From the Paper News 24/7 newsroom, here are your obituaries for Wednesday, June 1st, 2011. I'm Frank Phillips reporting. Thomas Ray Voorhees, Crawfordsville, died in the St. Vincent Hospital, Indianapolis on Monday, May 30th, 2011 at 12:25 p.m. following an illness with leukemia. Tom was born in Crawfordsville, Indiana on May 6, 1948. He was the son of the late Wilbur Dean Voorhees and Barbara Ann Cox Wiseman. He was raised in rural Hillsboro, attending Hillsboro High School. He has lived in Crawfordsville since 1994. Tom worked as a machinist for Fairfield Manufacturing in Lafayette. He enjoyed fishing and was an avid Colts fan. He enjoyed tinkering in the garage. On August 23, 1973, Tom married Deborah K. Valangian. She preceded him in death on November 25, 2008. Surviving are two daughters, Chris and Tom Wilson, and Michelle Voorhees, both of Crawfordsville, five brothers, Daniel J. Voorhees of Veedersburg, Dale Michael and wife Voorhees of Hillsboro, James D. and wife Marilyn Voorhees of Crawfordsville, Jerry and wife Joanne Voorhees of Hillsboro, and Larry Voorhees of Covington, two sisters, Betty and Mike Garland of Galveston, Texas, and Mary Ann and Gary Townsend of Crawfordsville, four grandchildren, Dakota and Ashlyn Wilson, Paige and Abigail Threlkeld. He was preceded in death by an infant brother. A graveside service and burial for Mr. Voorhees will be held in the Kingman Fraternal Cemetery, Kingman, Indiana, on Friday, June 3rd at 1:30 p.m. with Michael Trusty officiating. Memorial contributions may be made to the American Cancer Society. Online condolences may be sent to www.mausfuneralhome, that's M-A-U-S, funeralhome.com. Donald F. Backey of Crawfordsville died Saturday morning at the Lane House Nursing Home. He was 93. He was born May 14, 1918 in Crown Point, Indiana, to Frank J. and Teresa Franz Backey. Don graduated from Catholic Central High School in Hammond, Indiana in 1936, then served as a sergeant in the Army from June 1941 to August 1945, mostly on the South Pacific Islands of New Caledonia and Guadalcanal. He operated Backey Insurance Agency in Hammond, Indiana for over 30 years before relocating to Crawfordsville, where he continued in the insurance business before his retirement. Until his recent illness, Don was an active member of the Crawfordsville Kiwanis Club, Knights of Columbus, and American Legion Post 72, a volunteer for the Crawfordsville Meals on Wheels, and helped seniors with their insurance benefits. He was an avid reader and writer with a passion for current events and anything Lincoln. Don was the founder of the Calumet Movie Makers in Hammond in the late 1930s, when he started a lifelong love of film and still photography. He joined Elizabeth as a loyal Cubs fan and had fond memories of their many driving vacations around the country. Don's optimistic attitude was reflected in one of his favorite sayings, "Stay young." Don is survived by his wife of 25 years, Elizabeth Castor McCarthy. Children, Mary Teresa Dalton of Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Ruth Wayne Dirtz Moores of Hammond, Indiana, Tom and Pat Backey of Sequim, Washington, Paul Backey of Mesquite, Nevada, Joan and Dan Backey Cool of Westerville, Ohio, Jim and Betsy Backey of Carmel, Indiana, John and Shirley Backey of Asheville, North Carolina, and Helen and Maureen Schultz Backey of Lansing, Illinois, a brother, Francis and Carolyn Backey of Westminster, Colorado, 10 grandchildren, 10 great-grandchildren, 7 stepchildren, and his godson, Jean Fred Tessier, in New Caledonia. He was preceded in death by his parents and a brother, Gerald Backey. A Mass of Christian burial will be held at 10 a.m. Thursday, June 2nd, at St. Bernard Catholic Church in Crawfordsville, with visitation at Hunt and Son Funeral Home from 4 to 7 p.m. Wednesday, June 1st. In lieu of flowers, contributions may be made to the Crawfordsville Kiwanis Club or the Knights of Columbus Council 15901. And those are your obituaries for Wednesday, June 1st, 2011. I'm Frank Phillips reporting.